Hello, and welcome to Chem 105. That is General Chemistry 1 lecture. For those of you that do not know who I am, my name is Dr. Aaron Bruck. I am your professor. I run the Chemistry 105 program here at VU, and I'm really excited to start this semester. Before we get into the content of the semester, however, I thought it would be a good idea to walk you through some of the resources, some of the things available in Blackboard, and some of the things that we're going to be doing during the first 2 weeks of class, so that you have a better idea of what to expect and what to see, and an overall idea of what's going to be going on as we do our virtual weeks and as we transition out of virtual into face-to-face, hopefully starting in week 3. So I'm going to share the screen here, and we're going to start by looking at Blackboard. So this is what you will see when you log into Blackboard and get into our Chem 105 Blackboard page. This is where it is. So this is your home page. And first and foremost, what you'll see is if I have posted any announcements through Blackboard, that is where they will go first and foremost. So all of those resources, all of that stuff is right there at your disposal. Now, the other things that you'll want to look into here are things like I've created a Start Here area. Now, the Start Here area is going to give you kind of a list out of some of the things that you need to know. So, for example, one of the first things that you're going to do before that first day of class is sign up for Gradescope, sign up for Remind, sign up for your homework modules in SmartWork 5, and all 3 of these are links for how to do that. Now for Gradescope, clicking on that link will send you directly to Gradescope. If you are not familiar with Gradescope already, I've got in the Chem 105 playlist here a walkthrough video of how to sign up for Gradescope. It's about a 3-minute video, but it's really good and it gets you right into it. One thing that you will need to know, this code, BP28EY, that is our course code for Chem 105. So that makes sure that you get in the right Gradescope class. Every Chem 105 section has a Gradescope account. They are different, and you will have a different one for your lecture and for your lab. So if you are in my lab class as well, we will have a different Gradescope for Chem 105 lab than we do for Chem 105 lecture, just to kind of keep everything separated. Another thing that you'll want to do is go into and sign up for Remind. If you click on this link, it'll send you to our Remind section. All you need to do is insert your name and a phone number or email address and hit sign up. That puts you into it. We'll talk about more about Remind in a little bit, but the basic idea of Remind is that I have text access to Remind from 8 o'clock to 8 o'clock every day. So if you need to ask me a question about things, it's a much easier way of getting my attention and getting a quick question answered than trying to send an email. So that's what this is all about. That's why it's asking for your phone number. Now you can input an email address if you want, but you're going to run into the same kind of problems where it doesn't work quite the same way, unless you put a Remind app on your phone or something like that. There's also here a video for how to sign up for SmartWork. So I've included in this, there's a picture of the information that you need to sign up for SmartWork. If you want a step-by-step video walkthrough, click on the link itself, and the video is showing another version of me that is going and teaching you how to actually execute each of these steps. and showing you how to access it, even if you do not have the book right away. So you will get a 3-week trial to this available to you if you want. If you are waiting for financial aid to come in, or something else is keeping you from buying the textbook or buying SmartWork. If you just want SmartWork access itself, so you decided, I don't want the textbook, I just want that homework access, you can do that. I think it's $35. The video will walk you through how to do that. And you can get access to just the homework for $35. Also on the Start Here page, this is a link to a playlist. This is my Chem 105 playlist for the spring. And you can see right now it's pretty barren, mainly because there isn't a whole lot in here yet. Mostly just kind of how-tos, how to sign up, how to do grade scope. Yeah, this 11-minute video here is really, really good about kind of walking you through step by step through how do you take a picture of an assignment on your phone and then convert it to something that Gradescope can read. So again, if you don't have familiarity with that, you're going to be using Gradescope a lot in this class and in the lab. It's a good opportunity to kind of learn some more. And so those are here as well. Here's information about the textbook. This is the textbook that we are using, Chemistry and Atoms Focused Approach, and the authors, the ISBN, who published it. You can get the textbook through the bookstore. You can get it through Amazon and other places as well. It's been around long enough. If you're interested in something that isn't as expensive but is not too bad, I do have a link to the OpenStax equivalent to our textbook. So if you click on that, it'll take you to an Atoms First version of OpenStax. And the nice thing about it is you can see it's relatively robust here. It's got some student resources for how to use it. But if you look at the table of contents, what you'll see is that the chapter structure is very, very similar to ours. Chapter 1 is all about kind of introduction to science and terms and accuracy and precision and units. Chapter 2 is all about atoms and ions. Chapter 3 is all about electrons. Chapter 4 is all about Lewis structures. So this follows very, very, very closely, at least through the first 5 chapters. And you can see kind of where we're going from thereafter. So you could figure your way out through this OpenStax area if that was something that you wanted to do and you wanted to save a little bit of money. But that's the Start Here area. So kind of everything you need to get going in the class. Other things to look at here on Blackboard. There is a contact information. So this is how to get a hold of me. And here's when my office hours will be. This link here is to my YouTube channel in general, not just the playlist. If you need to email me, the email Dr. Bruck link is right here. You can send a message to me through the all instructor users. You could also go here to select users and choose me there and type out your message nice and easy. You also have the ability to email each other through this portal. So if you want to set up a study group or you want to contact a particular student, you can do it through this way. Announcements, again, we already saw the announcements in the first part on the home page, but here would be the listing of all the announcements, not just the most recent ones. This link here, the Zoom lecture link, if for whatever reason. So the first 2 weeks we will be doing lecture via Zoom. So for those, you'd want to come to Blackboard, click on the Zoom link here. And obviously I can't do that because I'm recording this in Zoom right now, but it would open up that Zoom for you and take you straight into it. So that's how you access the Zoom for our days starting on Wednesday. Lecture prep. This button here is all about getting you ready for lecture. So it is broken down by chapter here. And so in each chapter folder, what you will find are a couple of things. First of all, you will find a PowerPoint. That is the actual presentation that I will be giving in one form or another during the semester as we go chapter through chapter. The videos list here is a list of other videos. So these are not my videos. These are supplementary videos that you can look at that go over interesting parts of the various topics of that chapter. And then the last bit in there is a study guide. So the study guide is a topic by topic, and this will open a Word document. And the Word document would tell you, okay, out of chapter 1, this is what you need to know. So here are the most important concepts. Here are the equations that we will be giving you. And this is actually an incomplete list because we'll also give you a table of conversions as well. And so every single chapter has one of these items in it. And so you can see all 10 of the chapters that we will cover this semester are going to have similar kinds of structure inside. Now, sometimes there will be more than this. So, you know, in chapter 2, we're going to have a couple of assignments that we're going to do inside of class. Those assignments will be listed here as well. They will also be in your lecture packet, along with, again, the videos and the chapter study guide. So if you go to the bookstore, one of the nice things that we do is I have compiled a lecture packet there. And that lecture packet, which I think is around $20, that lecture packet has everything that is here in Blackboard already printed out, already kind of ready for you to use. So it's got every PowerPoint, it's got every supplementary activity. When I get to the Proficiency Aids, it's got a lot of the Proficiency Aids already in there. So you don't technically need to buy that. That's kind of your own option. I would encourage you to do so, though, because for $20, basically you have the bulk of the notes taken for you. You have most of the majority of the things that you need to read, need to print, already printed out. And so instead of having to go to the learning lab, go to the library and print everything out and put it into your own binder, and remember to do all that stuff before the lecture time, it's already there. It's already there for you. Is a big time saver, and it's really not that much money compared to, again, what you would pay to print everything out individually. It's going to come out pretty close to even. It's just a matter of paying all of it now or paying it all over the course of the semester. Proficiencies. So Proficiency Aids here. I've gotten here, there are 5 proficiencies that you need to do. I know it says 6 here. We've actually combined proficiencies 3 and 4 into one proficiency now, so I do need to update that part of it. But inside each of these, you have resources. Here's the list of elements that you need to memorize. Here are some Quizlet flashcards that I've put together with the help of a former student. And so you can learn all the flashcards there. You can play games with these. You can take a practice proficiency of sorts to help you with the information. And each one of the proficiency folders has something along those lines. Here is the list of ions. Here is a Quizlet. Here are some videos to help you to remember some of your ions. And if you go through each one of these, you'll find information along those lines, either in the forms of links. These are all links to videos to help with that, or again, if you go to the proficiency guide here, proficiency guide is going to have a number of practice opportunities. Now the proficiencies themselves, right now nothing is showing. All that is hidden because I need to still set up the grade book for it. But what you'll find here, this is where you actually take all of your proficiency tests. There are 5 in total. You need to pass all 5 of them before the semester is over in order to pass the class. You're going to find a similar story. Chapter quizzes, again, nothing showing here because we have no quizzes due. When a quiz comes due, then you'll see there will be a link here that shows up that tells you what you need to do. Exam prep. Here is the basic structure of our 3 exams. In here, in each of these, you will find a prep guide that tells you, roughly speaking, what to look for on each exam. How many questions is it? What are the topics that you should focus on? What equations will you be given? Those kinds of things. And I've also taken the liberty of giving you a practice test and a key for that practice test so that you can get an idea, a feel of, okay, this is what he might ask. These are the kinds of questions he likes to ask. Here is how he would grade it. Here are what the correct answers are. Check your grade. Obviously, this is all of the grades that are in the course. You see there are a lot of assignments here. Don't pay too much attention to the due dates, at least not yet. Most of those will be changing as we change and transition into the spring term. Virtual office hours. This is a link, again, to a Zoom session. I am offering the opportunity for Zoom-based virtual office hours this semester. Once we come back to on campus, I will also make those available in person as well for those of you that would like to come and see me in person. But the virtual office hours option will always be there. There's one more tool I wanted to point out to you here, and that is this one, online tutoring for CHEM 105. Now, online tutoring is through something called Brainfuse. See if I can access it out of the student preview here. Now, Brainfuse is something that is up on for CHEM 105. You can access it. You have paid access to it, so you don't have to pay anything for it. And you have options of live tutoring. You can go here for writing lab assistance. So for those lab reports that you have to write for CHEM 105 lab, it's there. Academic tools that are available to you. So you have the options for live tutoring. All you have to do is select the topic and go ahead and get live help. Now it says here that you only have 120 minutes of live tutoring available to you. If you exhaust that, let me know, and I will talk to we can talk to the head of the resource center about potentially extending that beyond the 120 minutes. But the idea here is you've got some tools available to you to help you with the course. So you've got, this is a lot like Quizlet in a sense, but someone's already done it for you. But you've got ways of studying in a number of different kinds of formats. And so this is all available to you again as well. Not all of these are created equal. These are things I have not actually made. These are just out there on their own, but you can use them as another means of studying. And obviously the greatest value is in the live tutoring here that you can use. So you have that access as well as part of this. The other thing I wanted to talk about was the discussion board. Right now there is nothing in the discussion board, but one thing that we might consider doing is using that discussion board as a means of interacting, especially if we are in virtual for an extended period of time, as a way of interacting with each other, and especially student to student, giving you opportunities to interact with each other and form study groups or do a variety of different things. So that is there. We aren't utilizing it yet, but we could, and certainly you have access to this at any time. And so if you go to the discussion board here, right now it says nothing, but I can certainly create forums at your request to help you interact with each other or do whatever it is that you want to or need to do. So that's it for our first introduction to what's going on in Blackboard and some things that you need to look at and get into before that first class. Obviously, if you have questions about things, feel free to email me. My email address is abruck, abruck, @vinu.edu. But until then, I will see you soon in class. Have a good day.